Hey folks, Rob here, bringing you a continuation of our playthrough of a solitaire mission. King of the Hill, developed by somebody on the Discord server, and we don't have a mission number for it yet. I assume he's going to submit this to MMP for inclusion in version 3 of SASL, which would be freaking awesome. I like this scenario. If you saw my last two-part video, it was a bit of a debacle for the Germans, so we're going to basically replicate that. This is going to be Mamayev Kurgan in Stalingrad. We're going to be approaching from the west, even though historically I believe they approach from the west or the northwest. Not 100% sure on that, but it might be ahistorical, my approach. However, for the purposes of the demo, we're just going to try and do with what we can. Now, we generated a wood board for the start, and because there's an MSR that says it's a 6 hex exclusion from the board edge. Typically, it's a 3 hexes. You can't set up within 3 of a friendly board edge. It's been expanded to 6, so that saves me a little bit of effort from having to clear out all this woods territory. Because of the hill mass from the heat of battle board, we have a lot of suspect counters. I think there's 46 yellow or something like that, which gives us a total of 24 turns to play. Now, I'm going to take this a lot slower because I have so much time to do the business where I'm not going to risk it unduly. All my forces are going to be coming in from the southwest. North is going to be to the right of the map. And I'm going to use this open area to try and move fairly quickly while I'm going to send some scouts in advance to activate. So parameter-wise, we're looking at September 42. We have clear conditions, very dry. So any HE from my Stugs or HE fire will probably ignite whatever is available. We have no gust, but we do have a mild breeze blowing from the west, which will help us out if we ever do have any smoke. Our Stugs do have the smoke capability with a depletion number of 9, so it's something I could use. I may use. We'll see how that goes. One thing I didn't do is I did not roll for, I just realized, I did not roll for OBA. Now, that's off the Chapter H note, so let's do this roll here. I rolled a 6. 6 gets us, hopefully it's good, hopefully it's good, hopefully it's good. 6 gets us a 100mm OBA. Very nice. All right, so we have a radio. We have an 8.0 and we have a 100mm OBA. Very cool. What else do we talk about? All right, so in terms of VP, this is what we're looking at. Any fortifications of VPO, and it's going to be their defensive value times their stacking capacity. I'll get VP for any enemy guns or AFE captured. Or currently captured at mission end. So for the friendly, it's not a lot of VP to be gained. You're going to have to earn it. So I have to activate a lot of AAV guns, and I have to kill them to get the points. Aside from that, it's VPO conditions. Now, what's going to hurt me is the number of suspect counters. I'm going to pretty much ignore these. I'm going to leave those alone. Probably this batch as well, although these guys on the outside may be activated because of my moving. But I'm going to try and leave most of this alone, which is probably going to be in the order of 20, maybe 25 suspect counters, which they get a half VP for each one. So that's another 12 I can probably safely add to the 9. So right now we're looking at least 20, maybe 21 CVP of shit that I have to kill or take. And that's only counting these guys here, depending how far I make it on the hill. In 24 turns, these guys may be added to it. So it's not going to be easy by any stretch, but it's going to be easier because I have a whole platoon of Pioneers as well as 2 Stugs, and I now picked up a radio with some 100mm OBA. So, all right, so I think we're set. Where are we going to slap them? 8-1 here. We have a 7-0 there. 8-1. So this is my company commander. He can, hopefully he'll be in command, which means he'll be in command, which means these guys will be in command. So I'm going to give him to my support base, which is only ATRs anyways. Maybe I'll flip that around, actually. Let's put the ATRs over there, and we'll give him the mortars. And there is one scout that's going to be with them as well, so that he can bust up concealment. Same with this guy here. All right, so Orbat is finally sorted out to my satisfaction. Let's commence with the game itself. So first thing we do is wind change. No wind, and reinforcements are set, so we can go right to the move. Now we got to do command rolls. So we'll start off with our 9-1. Awesome start. So that means he's in command, which puts the 8-1 here, or 8-0 here in command. And of course, two hexes over will be in command as well. And then I have an 8-1 here, who is in command as well. And therefore, everybody will be happily in command, including the vehicles, because they are crew exposed. And so, therefore, they get the benefit of the leader that is with them. All right, so everybody can move, everybody can come on. I've had several games where units get stuck off board, sometimes for 2 or 3 turns, which is really bad, especially when you need them. Back to parameters, I forgot to mention snipers. All right, so first of all, we have enemy random events for 3-4 as our friendly. We have an activation of 3, which is going to hurt. None of these are village boards, which means it's a 50-50 of getting any kind of activation. And the only other parameters that we're probably going to face are if we start generating VPOs, i.e. fortifications, those will be a -1 to activation. And any enemy within 2 of the same building will also be a -1. So potentially we could be looking at a 4 or 5 activation check number, which is, again, going to be a lot of activations. And snipers. So the Russians are at a 5. And the Germans only have a 3, which, whatever. And they also have a booby trap level of A. So any rolls of 12 on any task checks will be a booby trap. So it's going to be fun. All right, so everybody is activated. Let's start with our scout. What am I going to do with him? I need to activate this guy and this guy. And these 2 here as quickly as possible so I know what is what. And I also have to worry about long-range activations coming from the hill. Speaking of, so let's use this guy as an example. All right, he's going to be blocked. What about this guy here? It looks like blocked as well. Blocked. I think I'm going to have mostly blocked lines of sight from the hill. This guy might be able to see 18 hex range. It's got to be within 16 for long range activation. So it's not going to be you that's going to cause me grief. Doesn't look like anything will. Maybe this guy here. 16 hex range. So that road might be a bit of an issue. So I have time. All right. Let's start off with you. You're going to CX. I'm going to take off your concealment because you're probably going to lose it anyways. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We need to be within 4 with an IFT of 0, which means none of these are going to apply. So I want this guy here for sure. Let's go here for 4. All right, so you're just going to be a normal activation. No long range yet. You can see. So 50-50. And we have an activation. All right, so we have our activation table up top here. We have one of these. 8 is going to be a squad. Because we're facing Russians, they don't deploy, so this half squad becomes a squad. Now, what kind of squad is it? It is an 8, which is probably going to be a 447. All right, it is 1942, so we do have a +1 to that roll, which brings it up to a 9. It's going to be a 527. So we've generated a 527 already. Luckily, it's only a 5.2, nothing with a heavy. So that means we could, we'll probably escape relatively unscathed. All right, you're the first activated. And you're going to immediately first fire, so that's going to be on the 2 down 2. Allied sniper, and we have our table. So should be 3 on the 2 is a 1 check. Maybe we'll make it. Yeah. Okay, so I break. And we have 1 residual in that location. But we do have an activated unit. Now he's only 527, which means I have at least 2 hexes of movement I can move. So let's bring in you guys. Bypass 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll be able to blast you in the advancing fire phase or in my defensive fire phase. Alright, so let's do that. We're going to bypass for 1, 2, and then 3, 4, which means we'll lose our concealment. Nobody else will be able to activate. And we'll just have to wait. Which means you guys here can do the same. Now, how do I want to do this? I do have to clear out at least these 4 so they don't shoot me in the ass when I come out. The guys in the interior I really don't care about. So I have to get into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, advance. And then I can split up into 2 hexes. And then I can come forward and slowly activate. Maybe I'll split up one of these guys as well in the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll keep your concealment. Nothing can see you. Yeah, clip the tree, so that's good. You guys as well. You're going to have to CX. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. Maybe keep them on the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the road bonus. Advance. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to move you first. Where am I going to move you to? Let's just bring you on right into here. So you're going to lose your concealment again, but ultimately it doesn't matter. ATRs are in case any armor gets generated for mobilization. This, by the way, is my only anti-armor really defense besides my Stugs and engineers. So, which means you guys can come down the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the road bonus. You can advance. You guys have. I said they were supposed to be dismantled. Got distracted. You're gonna come here. That's 1. Bypass the woods for 2. 3, 4 into here. Now, I think you're going to lose your... those guys should be at crest status. I'll have to put crest status on those guys. This guy as well. I think that's it. All right, so yeah, you're going to lose concealment. Oh, you had a scout. All right, you are going to CX, my friend. And you are going to run. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. So come here for 1, 2, 3. You might get activated here long range. If I can skirt the bridge, which I do, and I don't hit the trees, and that is 11 hex range. So this would be a long range activation. Snake Eyes, and I rolled a 4, so good for that. So that's 3. This would be 4. I don't think anything else will activate. You only get 1 long range per unit. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this guy will probably be activated. Yeah, he will. All right, so here we have an activation. We have a 4. 4 means no. So we have a dummy round. That's good. And I got one more move. Let's come to here, which will activate this guy. And as another dummy. Excellent. All right, so it's kind of working out. I've already cleared some of the way. Now, these guys are going to use armored assault, so let's go hatches down. They already are in motion, so we just have to move. We'll probably lose concealment. Did I get everything? I think so. All right, so we're going to come here for 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm going to CX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's their CX move. We get one more. Let's turn the vehicle around. And then we'll come up here for 9 for road bonus. Now that's because it's 0 modifier. We're not going to get any other activations, even these guys here. All right, you have a 7-0 as well, so that means I can do the same. CX, forgot that. And you should be right behind them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pivot the tank. 9. And both tanks will stop. Oh yeah, your hatch is down as well. All right, so I'm on the board. We've already got 1 activated and 2 dummies, not too bad. One thing I failed to mention, if you weren't watching the last series, any yellow units that are activated have a chance of fortification. So it's as if they have an F on their activation table, which means I roll on this table here to see if they have any kind of entrenchment. I forgot to do that in the last mission. I did it later on, but I initially forgot. So I'm going to try and remember that. All right, that's it for the move. Defensive fire, we've only got the 1 unit, and he can shoot, so we get rid of that. Advancing fire. Let's go 4, 8. Have to be 4. 4 flat. Yeah, we'll do 4 flat into the woods. All right, 8 on the 4 is going to be no joy. I could fire you. You're only going to be on the 2 table. 2 up 1. All right, no joy. And you guys are going to have to wait to assemble your mortars. Do I wait now? I can see you. You are in the woods. Would be a good spot for a mortar. You're going to advance here. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, which will activate this guy. Then I can fire mortars on top of his ass. I could also bring in artillery if I want to. Again, I don't want to activate this guy here if I don't have to. All right, so that's enough of that. Let's go to route phase. You're in the open. I need to send you to a leader. 1, 2, 3. So that's 1.5. So you can come back here. That CX is gone because you broke. All right, now we can do the advance phase. You guys are going to stay with your vehicles, so you guys are going to split up now, I think. Or do I want to stay close together? No, let's move together onto the road. You guys are going to stay in the woods. You guys are going to send you over here. That'll give me an extra 7 firepower. And then I can do what with you guys? You're going to come down the road. Yeah, I'll just keep you there. That's fine. And that'll be it for the move. You guys are going to hang there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to move in the open, although I could send one as a sacrifice. He's not going to fire. He's going to fire at these guys here with the 2 firepower. So that's fine. Let's go to the Russian turn 1. All right, wind change. We have a 9, no wind, no RE, which is the important thing. We have a rally for the Germans, so this guy needs snake eyes. And nothing for the Russians. Prep fire phase. We have 1 unit. Maybe he'll panic. He does not. So he's going to fire 4 firepower plus 1 to that. Yeah, okay, well, that happened. Now we'll go to defensive fire. I have to decide, do I want to try for radio contact and an FFE? I don't think I will. I don't want to start wasting shots on... I don't want to waste red card draws for not having known enemy units, so I'm not going to bother doing radio contact. Let's just fire you guys. So I need a command die roll, which you make barely, but you do. So this is be 27, so it'll be on the 24 column flat. 5 on the 24 and Russian sniper. 5 on the 24 is a K4. Woof. All right. So you're a K. And a 4 morale check, which you ELR to. All right, Russian sniper. Whew. I'm worried about the sniper, I tell you. I had a 4 on the color die, which means no rate, so that's all I can do. Let's do route phase. Where am I going to send you? I could send you here. But the minute you enter this hex, you're going to be seen. So I'm going to send you this way. 2, 4, 6. Although I could go, I could move V3 as my destination, because technically I can't see him yet. Can I see those other guys? I can. Wow. All right, so I can't go that way. I'm going to have to choose... I guess I have to stay with the woods I'm in. All right, so let's come back to here. Definitely overthinking that. No advance, close combat, and quickly into the second turn. All right, so let's do a wind change. We have no RE, no wind. And we have a rally. This guy now needs a 7. All right, so he's back in action, just in time to start busting some concealment. Prep fire. Let's do this 8-1 command roll. All right, so he's in command, and anybody within 2 is now as well, which means I could put him in command, and therefore you guys are able to move. So let's assemble our mortars. We do have a 13 hex range, which is fairly good. Again, this is going to be my target for when I fire. So right now they're under prep fire. I'm not going to worry about OBA right now. Nothing to fire at, so I can go right to move. We'll start with you. You need to make your command die roll, which you do. So how am I going to do this? You're going to split up. I should have deployed you in the rally phase. Let's do that now. I did say I was going to think about doing that. Yeah, you'll be concealed. So let's go assault move there. This would be an activation check. That should come off. This would be an activation. We have a 6. 6 is always a dummy. So that's your assault move. You... I can't use assault move. I'm going to have to move normally. So you're going to come here for 1. This would be 3. That'll DM this guy again. You'll be activated as a 1. We have a 3. That's not good. So, oh shit. Squad leader, fortification, support weapon. Derpa. So we have a squad. We have a leader, fortification, and a support weapon. Alright, so squad types, again, are +1. So that's a 10 and a 5. A 628 and a 527. Jesus. Leadership is going to be 11, but it's going to be a -1 because any accompanying MMC is elite, because that's 628. Brings that 11 down to a 10, which means no leader. And 4 is going to be an entrenchment, and then 5 is going to be an LMG. Okay, so that's going to hurt. So we have a 628. We have a 527 sitting in a 2-hole foxhole. A 2-squad foxhole, excuse me, with an LMG. Alright, so this is going to be worth 4 victory points, so I do have to take that. But before I even think about that, these guys are going to get whacked with 20 firepower flat. Alright, so that cowers. Doesn't really help much with the 4. That's going to get me a 4 on the 16, which is a K3, so they're gone. K number. Okay, so in terms of progress, let's clone you. We'll put you down here. You can go to the penalty box, and we'll give you an extra VP for that. Alright, so you first fired. 16, half of that was 8, so we have an 8 residual in that location. And you don't have to worry about activation because you were dealt with. Now I got to deal with this clown. That means I'm going to have to keep concealed. Let's go here for 1. We'll be in the woods. It's going to be interesting. You guys, how do they contribute to this clown here? Before I do him, let's move our scout again. So we're going to go here for 1. Do we CX? 1, 2, bypass. No, you can't bypass, too tight. 3, 4. 5. You would activate this guy here when you're here. So let's do that. You're going to CX. You're going to go there for 1. This guy will probably be able to see you. Yeah, no problem. So are we active? We are not. Another dummy. All right, so there goes my mortar target. Two. Do we have any long range? Not really. Again, these guys here are too far away. Maybe that guy? 16 right to the tree line. Okay, so you're not going to be able to detect me. Um, you're too low. Maybe you. 14, 15. So it's 13 to there, which means blind hex, blind hex, blind hex. You're down one blind hex because of your elevation. So you're going to be able to see V7 long range. All right, so long range activation, check on you. So we are at 2, 3, 4. You'll check. We have a 3 as activation. As a 3 again, 2 squads, a leader, fortification, and a support weapon. So squad, leader, fortification, support weapon. Now our squads are looking like so that's a 9 and a 10. So we have 2 5, 2 7s. We have a 10, so no leader. We have a entrenchment, and we have I think a 4 is a medium. Yeah, medium. All right, well, rip squad. So we have 2 5, 2 7s. Which I now have a target for. With a medium. And a foxhole. Another 4 VP that I have to get my hands on. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd be 5 up 4 is 9. So on the 8 flat. 8 on the 8's an NMC. No rate. All right, so you guys are fine. I could fire. No, I can't fire again because you're outside normal range. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 5. So that means you're going to activate. Probably not you. No, you can do it. All right, so let's do you first because you get a -1 because of this guy here. So it's going to be a 4 less. All right, nice. Dummy. All right, now you. 4 is not enough. So you're a dummy. All right, so you can see there, 8 hex range. All right, yeah, we already did a long range, so you'll have a chance because you're at a -2 on the IFT, a 6. I love it. Alrighty, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I can go one more for 6. I'm going to die from these guys. Because they would be able to subsequent first fire for 4 table down 2, which is not good. If I lived, I would be able to activate this guy. So I think I'm just going to come here. This will let me advance into the woods so that I could deal with that. Now I'm pretty sure this is a line of fire, but I'm now going to move to V5. What would be the best way to do that to limit activation? Nothing on the hill can see. You've already fired, so if I go 1, moving as a stack, which is not very advisable. 2. 3, 4, 5. Alright, so my fire base is ready to fire on you. I gotta bring my mortars to here now. So I can, oh no, they prep fired, they assembled. So they're gonna have to wait. Let's bring in the radio guy. Do I want to do that? If I stay here, I might be able to gain concealment. Because I'm in concealment terrain and nobody can see me. but I would lose it the minute I step out anyway, so it's probably not worth it. I'll just come here for one. Um, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. I gotta start bringing in the OBA. I think you'll be fine there. I'm gonna move you here, actually. This gives me a better view of the hill. I can start dropping HE on there if I can start activating units. My anti-tank crew, I should probably start splitting up, but I really don't know what to do with you guys yet. Let's move you guys into the woods for support. So you'll come here for 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to come here for 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to join them. Right, so you're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're probably going to be long range when I hit this hex here, which will also activate you. So I'm going to move 1 hex. We're going to do a long range. I assume something on the hill will be able to see him. Probably this guy here. Okay, right, no snake eyes. So that's a 1. That's a 2. You will not activate because he's too far away. Range 8, so this is where you're going to be activating at. We said 2. Come here for 3. You'll activate. We have a 3. Yes, so that is activation. As a 8 is going to be a squad again. Up 1 is going to be an 11, which might get us a 4-2-6, so that would be cool. Yeah, 11 is a 4-2-6. And it'll be a 2 down, 2 shots. All right, a 1 on the 2 is a K, so that unit is dead, and it is the sniper. Let's clone you. One of you down here. You can go to the PB box. And first fired. 1 resid and a point. And a sniper. We do not have sniper. All right, so because you guys are armored assaulting, you're going to be basically 0 modifier, so it has to be within 4 hexes to activate. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I get to here, this unit will roll for activation. So let's do a command die roll for the A1. Of course, he panics. What about the 7-0 behind him? He does not. So the 8-1 is going to sit out for a bit because he's panicked. There's always one. All right. You're in command. No, he's only 7, but leaders get +1 per command purposes, so he's going to be enough to command the pioneers to be able to move. I'm going to have to roll separately for the tanks, however. So the first tank is fine, and the second tank is panicked. All right, so these guys can continue to move. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll roll for activation. You are activated as a 6 is going to be a squad, which is going to be +1 is probably going to be a 4-4-7. Six is a 4-4-7, so not the greatest. I would have preferred a 5-2 or a 4-2-6, but c'est la vie. All right, so we have a 4 flat shot coming in. -1 because I do have 2 flamethrowers, so it's going to be a 7 and 2 6s on the 4 table. So 7 is a pinning, and NMCs for the 2 flamethrower dudes. So flamethrower dudes, 1, 2. 1, no, it's NMC, so you're just going to be broken. And the other one's fine, and then a pinning task check. We have a pin. So Pioneers, not doing that great. Your destination is going to have to be the woods, so I'm going to have to... How do I do that without tripping? I could do a low crawl. No, that would be towards. I'd have to come back here. You're my route destination back there, and I cannot move a vehicle up there to count as a TM, although the bridge might help me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Although technically it's not open ground, so I could stay here. All right, so that's a first fire, and we have 2 residual in that location. Now I still have 1 move for my flamethrower and my tank. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could go down the road to CC2 with the tank. Which I think I'm going to do. All right, so that was 4. The tank can pivot for 5. We're going to pick up our stragglers, and we're going to move for a total of 5 road bonus. You're going to spin once more, and then you're going to stop. You're going to final fire. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. So it'll be on the 2 flat. 2 down 1 because of the flamethrower. All right, so no effect. And we have a 1 residual in that location. What do I do with you guys? You're going to have to split up, or I wait for the tank. No guarantee the tank will be active next turn, which might mean a delay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. That'll be on the 2 table. 2 up 2. My 7-0 has to get into here. This is going to be my rally point, I think, until I get into these buildings. I'm hoping that this will help clear this building out, and then I can move in closer. What do I do? If I move separately, I got to worry about long-range activation. You can't see because of the bridge. You're blocked. You guys have fired. You probably cannot see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you'd be at long range anyways. So I'd have to do long range activation from you. Or you. All right, let's do that. So you're going to move 1. We're going to do long range. Nothing. 2, 3. If I move here, the bridge would be a +1. My non-assault will be 0. So you'd have to be within 4 to see me, which nobody will be, so that's fine. 4. Next up, we'll go 1, long range. 2, 3, 4. You, long range. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can split up once we get past the bridge. All right, 7-0, you're going to make it to the woods, so let's go 1, long range, 2, 3, 4, and we'll leave our panic-stricken dudes back there. Which leaves you guys. All right, so you're going to lose this when you come around the corner. Staying on the road, you're going to get 5 move. 1, I should probably move independently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think there's going to be any long range. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see. All right, long range check. And we'll keep moving. No, wait, that was at 5. Right, next up, we'll come to here, do our long range check. Jump on. Next up. You're good. Everybody's good. All right, so that is move. Let's go defensive fire. We've got to final fire everything, which I don't think anything will be able to. And then we go advancing fire. So here we have 4, 8, 12, halved is 6, flat, 6 up 2 into this location. No, I guess it would be 6 up 1 because they can't get the trees and the entrenchment. So we'll say entrenchment. So a 6 up 1, 7, 8 on the 6 is a pinning. 1, 2. So you're both pinned. Not that it matters much. No shots. No shot. Here, let's drop an HE onto you. So we need a a lot, not that. So we get an acquisition. And we will fire, that would be long range, half twice. So it's going to be on the 2. 2 up 2. Just a Hail Mary. Oh, 6 on the 2 is a pinning. Maybe a sniper? Allied sniper. Well, wrong one, but hey. All right. Next up is you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be on the 4 table. Plus 1, plus 3 halved again would be on the 2 table plus 3. So that's not worth it. Nothing else can shoot. So we'll go to route phase. Now, you guys will be able to make it to the bridge, which will give you concealment. So won't be interdicted. You should be safe here. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I assume you'll make it safely there. And then you as well, eh? No leaders yet. So let's keep moving. Get away from them. And we'll do the advance phase. So you guys will come down the road. You guys are fine. Let's move you forward. Everybody come forward. You're going to stay there. This little guy here is going to come where do I want to move to? You guys are going to come here. You and the leader are going to go here. You guys are going to come here, which is going to activate this guy. So that will be an activation. We have an 8, which is a squad. Squad's going to be a 4-4-7. And you're going to come here as well. And you'll be here. You'll get concealment. So I'll do that now before I forget. You guys would probably roll for concealment. Although possibly long range, maybe not. I won't worry about that. And that'll be it for you guys. So you guys can still move. Let's come this way. Come on, cooperate. And you guys, do I move closer and lose my AFE protection to get a flamethrower? Or sorry, a full 838? I don't think so. You forgot your DC. No, you have one. And you're going to come here, which is going to activate both of these. We'll do this guy first. That's an activation. Looks like a 9, which is going to be a squad. 426. Perfect. And this guy here is a 5 down 1 for an adjacent or a friendly unit within 2. So you're a dummy. Not too bad. And then we'll go to the Russian turn 3. 2. Russian turn 2. Alright, so pins come off. We do a wind change. 5. Woof, almost got an RE out of that. Alright, we have one self-rally, need a snakes. And then on this side we have you that needs a 9 down 4 is a 5. And I believe that is it. Alright, so Russian prep fire. Let's start with you. Alright, you don't panic. That is a move command. Let's see what it is. So it's a 9. 9 for a move. Hold attitude. Nearest friendly controlled VPO, which there isn't any. So that one doesn't help me. I think it's in his best interest to fire at the engineers. Now we do have a 4+1 or a 4. Actually, this would be a 4-0 or a 4-0. So let's go a 4-0 on this guy. Because of the flamethrower, 4 flat. 7 on the 4 is a pinning. Luckily, it's only A booby trap, not B. Alright, so you've prepped. You're pinned. And hopefully that 75 will do a business on that house. Next up, we have you. That is a fire command of which you don't have any target. So you're just going to hang out. Next up is you. You don't panic. That's a move command, but again, you have a target here. So let's fire. It's going to be an 8 up 1. 8 on the 8's an NMC. We have a break. At least he's no longer CX. You guys have a target, so we have a 6. That's going to be a fire command. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll be halved. It'll be on the 8 table plus 1. 7 on the 8 is a 1 check. So 8-1. 8-0. 4-6-7. Broken. Heavy. Fine. Medium. Pinned. So you're broken. That's that could have gone a lot better, I'm just saying. Well, I guess we'll keep going. You will have a fire command. Now you have two concealed units. Let's go the bigger stack. So this is going to be a 4 up 1. 7 on the 4 is a pinning task check, so you lose that. And you're fine. I forgot sniper twice. Okay, so 1, 2. Oh, shit. Alright, so first sniper is a 2, 5 for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to take out the A1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to land on the 8-1. Wound die roll. He's dead. And you're eliminated due to... I guess this would qualify as a K number, so yeah, you're eliminated from the OB. Wow, now we gotta do it again. This is a 1. 4 for 3. 1, 2, 3. So something's broken. Let's take the A38. You're broken. Courtesy O the sniper. And we're not done yet. This guy. Panic? Yes. Alright, so even the elite unit panics on a 10 or more. So that means they only get to final protective fire. So I'm not going to die, which is good. You had no job, so you're just going to hang out. Should I try entrenching? You had a fire command, but you know, I have nobody to shoot at. I could try entrenching. Let's do that. This will be TI. I'm not sure at what point we make the roll. Let's do it now before we forget. 7. Now Russians have a -2, I believe. -1. So I don't think it's going to be successful. Less than or equal to 5. All right, so they're going to be TI, and they failed. However, they will get a labor counter, so might be easier next time. It's only a -1 for being Russian, not a -2. So let's go to defending fire, and we'll do OBA. So I need I need a command die roll. Luckily, you're an 8 freaking 0. So I need radio contact, which I have. Now let's bring an AR down on you. Is it accurate? Yes, that'll work. And we have a spotting round on target. Well, that worked out. Oh, I gotta do a freaking chit draw. Okay, whew. That would have been embarrassing. Next up, we're going to try and eradicate that unit with some fire. So we have 11 here. We have 9 halved is 4. So it's going to be on the 12 table plus 1. 2 because they're entrenched. So it's an 8 on the 12. Should be a 1 check. All right. We have a 527 MG. Good. And 1 without pinned. Mortars can't see. You guys are done. Did I get rate? I do have rate, but I don't want to fire. I want to blow this thing up with an HE. You guys don't have a target. Let's go to you. I need a command die roll. Again, very high rolls for command. Get rid of that. Let's do an 8 up 1. So that's an NMC on the 527. Heat of battle and the 628. Heat of frickin' battle. Random.org for all your random dicing needs. 527 and the 628. Yep. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. I feel like drinking already. How, in what world is this random? In what world is that random? Again, I point you to my random.org box checked. Should be getting random numbers. Ugh. Anyway, heat of battle. So we have a 4 plus 2 for being a Russian is a 6. Not elite. So we have a hero, because that's important, and now you're battle hardened. So now you're a 628. And you get a hero. But we're not done. This 628, because it's elite, will only bring it down to a +1. So they're going to become fanatic and create a hero. Sorry, they're not going to be fanatic. They're just going to create a hero. So, yeah. Yeah. All right, so we're going to have a 12 up 2 shot into that location. 12 up 2. I don't even want to roll a dice anymore. 8. 8 on the 12 is a 1 check. So we have 2 heroes. Uno, dos. So one of them is wounded. 628 that just got promoted is pinned. And the other 628 is pinned as well. Wow. You, command die roll. You make it. You're going to drop an HE shell onto these guys. So acquisition cancels button up. So it's going to be +2, which means a 6 or less to hit. So I fail because reasons. This is going to be halved twice for long range, so I'm not going to bother. You just broke because of reasons. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could fire a 4 up 3 shot right here. Let's do a 4 up 3. That's going to be a miss, and that's not worth it. You can see OBA is in play, and I should write access down there. And that's a lawnmower going off in the background. So all kinds of good shit is going down today. All right, so yeah, the heroes will be susceptible to the panic as well, so they won't be able to advancing fire. So let's go to the route phase. And do we have any routes? Yes, you. So you're going to come back to here. You guys are going to make it to the woods. One hopes. What is with the snapping in 6.68? All right. You guys are fine. I should run this guy over to here. I think that is unfortunately going to be it. Now, luckily, you guys are panicked, so you can't advance into combat. You, however, could. I still got a squad here, by the way, that I didn't fire. I could do a 4-up-1, but then he would probably be jumped on in close combat, which might be preferable. That's fine, whatever. All right, so route phase is done. We're in the advance phase. So let's advance you to here. Let's put you there because actually it wouldn't matter. The acquisition would follow you. That's fine. You'll stay there. You task check, which you fail to go into combat. All right. So what we're looking at, by the way, is the advance into melee. So we have modifiers now. It's not a VPO, not advance. I mean, not berserk. No heavy weapon. Anything with 3 portage points or more is considered a heavy weapon. So none of these modifiers are going to apply unless I want to go against this guy, which would be a +2. In any case, I failed my NTC, which means I will not be jumping into close combat. I wonder if a smart move would be to retreat. I think in this unit's best interest, it would be to retreat. For that matter, this guy should come back here too. This way they can gain concealment. Yes, he's going to be in an FFE, but if I go into the gully, he would be CX because he does not have enough move. Although I could move into crest status. Let's do that. We'll put you in crest status. And you come there. That way you gain concealment. Close combat, none to be had. So you get concealment. You get concealment. Nobody else does. And that is it for turn 2. Random.org for all your dicing needs. We just did a labor check now, so you're fine. Yeah, all right, we're going to stop there. It's been about an hour for this one. I'm going to trim it down just a bit. And so this is take 2 of King of the Hill. Again, this is a play test of the mission. Just iron out any bugs. Currently, we're at version 6 of his rule set. I think it's 6. Yeah, version 6B. So we're going to see how that goes, and we'll report back, and we'll do this again probably maybe Sunday, maybe Tuesday. But a couple days from now, we'll look at part 2 of this. See you guys and then.